welcome in everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. So with that, let's get up to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and off we go from Cleveland. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Play fake. Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First down, Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Let's meet the offense, Greg Robinson. Very, very talented.
What a man to set your offensive line with. Greg Robinson can do it all. Tremendous athleticism, great strength, just coming into his own.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Here's Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
When you play against Carlos Dunlop, you have to think protecting your passer. He knows how to get upfield and rush the quarterback.
They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 55 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
This is a young man who has a lot of quiet confidence in his abilities. He won't shout it from the rooftops, but if you ever talk to him, you sense it, and you start to get it. In fact, I asked him about his mobility, and he said, well, I did run for over 1,500 yards in college. That was an easy answer from him.
Dalton, 1st and 10. He completes it to Boyd. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
Out of the backfield is Joe Mixon, and he was a valuable commodity coming out of the University of Oklahoma because of his ability to be so versatile. Can run it inside with power, gets to the perimeter and can outrun people, catches the ball not only out of the backfield, but you can split him out just like he would be a receiver. And I think if he wanted to dedicate himself, he'd be an all-pro kick returner.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
Olivier Vernon is a defensive end that combines terrific run-stopping ability with a quick first step to the passer.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep for the Browns, Antonio Callaway. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
All day, every day, any day.
Mayfield to throw it. He finds his target, Beckham. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Little razzle-dazzle by OBJ. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Mayfield now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now Mayfield. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Carlos Dunlap in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. From the red zone now, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give it to Chubb. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. You mentioned very early on the need to running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You see me?
Geno Atkins got home that time. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Fourth down, and on is Greg Joseph for the Browns field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Joseph is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So we have now seen connection number 1 between Dalton and Adriel Jeremiah, A.J. Green.
Say that again.
Adriel Jeremiah.
Look at you. You are full of knowledge and information. And you know something? I bet Andy Dalton learned his full name as well because he figured out quickly, this is going to be my number 1 target. I got to know this guy in a big way.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's second down. Guard in the a reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Gets it to his running back, Bernard. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Now the Browns will. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. And he's
working. Whether you have a man on him, 2 people, you're showing different types of zone defenses combined with man-to-man coverages. Try and change things up and eventually get to the point where maybe you put enough people on him, they won't throw the ball to him anymore.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield looks to throw to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And all the way down to the 26. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with John. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. They toss to Mixon. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
Push him back.
Now the first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's into the clear. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, 70 yards. And the Bengals have taken the lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here comes Erickson.
They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Darius Taylor there in to make the tackle.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. Dalton now to pass. On the screen, Bernard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw here, Dalton looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Check 13. Check 13.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Bengals 14, Browns 10.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Dalton here from the gun. He gets this one to Boyd. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. This was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the fourth.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side-eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth-quarter lead. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing, Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
What's going on, bye? It's going on, bye. What happened in the arc today? We got Baker Mayfield in a 4-minute
clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
4 minutes left in this game, and he needs a miracle,
Mayfield.
That's football.
Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Mayfield now, 15.
All right, we back there. Never mind.
17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down.
Here's the handoff. Man, Tripp, he just heads first into the ground. That is a connection.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
That offensive lineman
23 yards, the final tally.
Nothing more.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy is covering you. He's usually pretty good, too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
I'm pretty sure the Browns scored off a fumble recovery.
Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10.
Browns scored
and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Fumble recovery. Then he came back
Going to
in
the
the
air
game.
again with Mayfield.
Nowhere
to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
2 people back in the field, probably going to be one here.
Mayfield hands it off to
Chubb, and he gets pulled down by the face mask. Yeah, I peeped that, but he didn't call it.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
So, I'm going to finish week 1.
Fourth quarter,
like,
down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
I'm just going to, like, simulate to the end of the season. Just keeping how updated. Green tip, 5, 5, 6, that's where the Drake, Two-minute warning here. Baker Mayfield steps up on a 3rd and 15.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Weird movement, quick jump ball.
Got it complete.
6-yard
he'll be
pickup
brought
there.
down well short of the first at about the 9-yard
Baker,
line.
I don't know if you know, but we're aiming for the touchdown. We're aiming a little bit deeper. I don't need you having a seizure in the backfield. Throw the football to a better person instead of dumping it off in the middle. Why are we doing no huddle? This is the last play.
Now Mayfield on 4th down.
Top of the string.
And no, it's incomplete.
I can't replay it. Oh, I can't replay it. Oh, I actually want to see it. Top of the screen, there was a guy who was just wide open. I can't replay it. I was showing it in one, he dunked that ball. 2, there was a guy at the top of the screen who was wide open. They could just hit him in the screen. That's the free touchdown.
There on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it?
The Browns have to start getting tied out for 1 minute, 27 seconds to the
to
clock.
be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a
Andy
2nd
Dalton
and 11.
stepping up to the line. Probably just gonna hand the ball off to his running
They
back.
keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Third and 12, and yeah, they're just gonna probably give the Browns the ball back. Because for some reason, Madden just hates throwing the ball on third and 12, where if they keep the ball, the game ends.
Big spot.
Oh, that's the third ball. And they get the first down. Game's over.
They'll get 14 on
that. Game's over. They can
burn
50 seconds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down. Got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Yeah, they can just move the game out.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
That's it. Yeah, I think they can burn like 25 seconds per knee. So yeah, they can burn it. I think they might actually be forced to punt the ball back to the Browns. So they'll get like one punt return with like 7 seconds on the clock.
The Bengals go down
what I would
to a knee
do if I actually did end up getting the ball back is fair catching and just throwing the Hail Mary, calling the play.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We gotta step it up.
Dalton down to a knee, and
Takes another knee on 4th down, 34 seconds left on the clock. So yeah, as I said, they're probably gonna punt the ball again.
I feel like I'm gonna
punt
be
the ball away or just
this was
hold
one
it.
bruising affair, low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe
Right
in your
now,
world, a
low-scoring
little bit of a
games
work
are
of
still
art.
very
You
nice.
like the defensive
They
side.
might punt it.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help
So
myself.
one punt
I thought it
return
was pretty.
And it
is
ends
all
in
they
a
need
kneel
to
down
win.
as the clock
Men
rolls
already
down
in the
to
backfield
0.
and horrible attempt. The Bengals will move on to 1-0 as the Browns fall to 0-2. I mean,
Well, going into the final play of this
Browns
game, they knew
fall.
that they needed some type of a
Browns
miracle
fall.
there at
They
the
were
very end,
leading
but
this
they
game,
couldn't get it done.
and then
However, we were
decided,
treated
you know
to
what,
really
I
a
don't like this
spectacular
game.
affair.
Even though they didn't
So
finish
good.
it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Right.
You've been watching the NFL right here
I'll say
on
goodbye
EA
to you
Sports.
guys as I gotta track this.
With that, we
Four
say
players.
so long
Today we
from
have Nick
Cleveland.
Chubb, Odell Beckham Jr., Joe Mixon, and AJ Green. Not Greeny, AJ Green. I'll see you guys in the next game. Peace.